I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm just staying with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? So now I'm like, damn, this shit weird. What the hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came into bed with me. She hugged and kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't adding up. You feel me? So, I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here.
Welcome back to StarHush, where the tea is always served hot and never sugar-coated. Let's get into this wild mess involving Remy Ma, her ex Papoose, a surprise lover, and some serious drama that just flipped the whole black love narrative on its head. Now, Remy Ma has been out here on a rampage, calling out her former man Papoose for being, in her words, a dusty who just sat back and mooched off her success for years. According to her, Pap was out here doing the bare minimum, living off her grind, and then when he found someone else willing to hold him down, he dipped out like nothing ever happened. She basically said he switched up fast and dirty. But here's where things take a sharp turn. Because while Remy's been loud about calling out Papoose, her own secret started crawling right out of the closet. Word on the street is she was in a secret relationship with another woman while she was still married to Pap. Yes, you read that right. People close to the situation are saying this wasn't just some one-time slip-up. This was a full-blown secret relationship going on behind closed doors. The twist? Rumors say Papoose caught them together, like actually walked in and saw it with his own eyes. That's when things allegedly started falling apart for real. The only reason this whole thing even got exposed is because he saw it go down in real time. And ever since then, things between Remy and Pap have been spiraling. Now, this story wouldn't be complete without Claressa Shields jumping into the mix. You already know she's had beef with Remy in the past, and when this news came out, Claressa couldn't help but throw her 2 cents in. She basically popped off saying this just proves everything she's been trying to tell people. According to her, the drama she had with Remy last year wasn't even half as messy as what's coming out now. Let's be real. 1 minute, Remy and Papoose were out here, being praised as the ultimate hip-hop couple. They had everyone fooled with the ride or die energy, but the next minute, it's like they've been done for ages, and all these hidden truths are finally bubbling to the surface. They've got a family, a shared legacy, and now all that's unraveling in the most dramatic way possible.
I don't know what else to say. Like I don't have any ill will toward any women, and I don't have any ill will toward her. You know what
So
I'm
y'all
saying?
haven't spoke or nah?
Nah, I mean she made her post and whatever, and that was about it. But like I said, women are women. They're very emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was just I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was emotions or I don't know what it was because I don't know her and she don't know me.
So right after that interview went viral, Remy Ma didn't waste a single second clapping back. And when I say she went in on Papoose, she really went in. The gloves came off, and Remy made it real clear she was done keeping it cute when it came to her ex.
Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
You just don't. You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This shit right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else.
Remy called him out loud and bold, labeling him a straight up dusty. Yes, dusty, and said he never once paid a single bill during their entire relationship. According to her, she carried all the financial weight, While he sat around watching his music career hit wall after wall, she didn't hold back, saying that all his little music ventures flopped one after the other, and instead of leveling up or supporting her grind, he just got bitter and resentful. She said he was more focused on being jealous than being helpful. But it didn't stop there. Remy also took a moment to throw a jab at Claressa Shields, saying she's not scared of her at all. Nope, not one bit. But instead of going the typical beef route, Remy tried to hit Claressa where it hurts, with pity. She basically said, "I feel bad for you." Yes, Remy tried to paint Claressa as this powerful boxer who worked her way out of nothing, came up from the streets, built her name from scratch, only to end up stuck with a 47-year-old man who, according to Remy, has nothing going for him. She called him out as a man with no current career, several children with different women, and nothing to offer besides what he managed to latch onto through her. Remy made it sound like Claressa downgraded her entire worth just to stand beside someone who came into the game with baggage and zero ambition.
While they playing on my phone, if that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess, he's telling you he want a son, right?
Now it's real clear Remy Ma had been holding this in for a minute. And once that interview came out, it was like the floodgates opened. She let it all out with zero filter. That moment was her golden ticket to get some long buried truths off her chest, and Hugh, she did not waste it. According to Remy, this picture-perfect image of Papoose being the ride-or-die husband while she was behind bars, yeah, she's calling that a whole lie. Behind the scenes, she says Pap was out here doing his own thing, and by thing we mean sneaking around with one of his baby mamas. While Remy was locked up fighting for her freedom, he was out here creeping. And how did she find out? Well, sis pulled out the classic move, went through his phone, and boom, there it was. Even after catching all that, Remy still stayed, thinking they could patch it up. She really thought maybe, just maybe, they could fix it and make it work. But now, she says she's completely done and has been begging him to finally file the divorce papers and come pick up the rest of his stuff from her house. Like, it's time. Pack it up and move on. And of course, Remy being Remy, she didn't walk away without dropping some bars that had everybody talking. She said, "Don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay." Now that's a punchline and a half, and fans were quick to say she might have just summed up the whole relationship in one sentence. Ouch.
Listen, and of course, I gotta be the villain. She ain't shit. She this and I'm this. Show me a woman that had a man that was doing her right and she just shitted on him for no reason. This is facts. What are we talking about? I literally told my friend, they was like, yo, you think he ever gonna leave? I was like, when he finds a replacement, when he finds someone who he think he can have doing all the shit that I was doing, then he'll leave.
Now Remy, she definitely knows how to push Papoos's buttons, and after her video started making the rounds, he snapped, "For real this time." He hit IG Live and let it rip for over an hour straight. Now come on, when have you ever heard Pap talk that long on anything? Exactly, never. But this time, he wasn't holding back, and he had some explosive things to say. Pap started spilling all kinds of tea about Remy. But the biggest bomb? Her secret relationship with one of her so-called homegirls. According to Pap, this wasn't just some casual friendship or a little kickback thing. This was something else. He claimed Remy and this woman were linking up late at night, every single night, right there under his roof. At first, he didn't think anything of it. To him, it was just Remy hanging out with her girl. No red flags, no suspicions. He had no clue that Remy might be exploring something deeper on the side. But then came that night. The night Pap says changed everything. He walked in on them. And not just talking or watching TV. He claimed he caught them in the act. And the wildest part, he said it allegedly went down with their daughter right there in the room, on the bed.
So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all wanna know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not gonna do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my...
Now let's be real. What Pap said, that was straight up heavy. And even though it shocked a lot of folks, the mess didn't stop there. See, the situation between Remy and Papoose was already hanging on by a thread, especially after her whole thing with Easy the Block Captain started making headlines. Once that mess went public, any hope of keeping things low-key flew out the window. Even after all that, Papoose kept quiet, kept it G, didn't bash her publicly, didn't air her out right away. Meanwhile, Remy? Oh, she had plenty to say. But when Claressa Shields and Pap started popping up together more often, that's when everything really went left. And let's not act like this is the first time rumors have swirled about Remy's preferences. Folks been whispering for years. Back in 2007, a video started floating around that allegedly showed Remy with another woman. And of course, she shut that down real quick. But that didn't stop the gossip. Then in 2021, it came out that Remy and Erica Mena had once considered exploring a situation for a love and hip-hop storyline. Yeah, it almost happened. And that alone had fans losing it. So when Pap dropped that revelation on IG Live, folks realized he wasn't just making things up to be messy.
She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win. Like I said, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth since I met her. Y'all said it. Y'all said it numerous times. Oh, we know that's Pap behind that pen. Did I ever agree with y'all? Did I ever put it out there? I never said I wrote her rhymes. I left it.
And to top it all off, he pulled out the receipts. Yup, actual voice recordings, with Remy herself on audio, pleading with him to stay, begging him not to walk away. You could hear it clear as day. The emotion, the desperation, all of it. Now that was the moment everything hit different. The whole I don't care attitude she was putting on, turns out she cared a lot.
Going on, she sent me a random text. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm a bad wife. I still got all these texts. so I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. Just saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, it's not like her. So maybe this dude holding something on her. I'm gonna play the recording right now. This is the lane saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Yeah, look, so far she's saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right though. Anything can happen. Oh, that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of us. That shit gonna blow whatever I say is gonna go. I'm talking about when I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you did all these shit.
Oh, let me play this again. By the way, one of the reasons why she's so angry at me is because she says, all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked him out. She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things.
Phew, that audio was a bombshell. Remy's voice cracking. her practically begging for Pap not to leave. You could feel the pain through the phone, but it must have hit him deep, because right after that recording started circulating, Papoose wasted no time. Those divorce papers got filed with the quickness, and boom, just like that, the final nail might have been hammered into the black love fairy tale they sold us for years. But Claressa Shields? Oh, she wasn't letting Remy slide at all. She stepped into the ring, not with gloves, but with words. Claressa made it real clear that she does not play when it comes to her money, her peace, or her man. She said Papoose is no freeloader. He's got his own house, his own cash, and a solid reputation for being dependable and loyal. She basically said, Remy, don't project your mess onto my man. Claressa also had time to call Remy out for walking around flaunting another man like she wasn't still tied up in this tangled mess, then trying to flip it on Pap like he was the only one moving sideways. Girl, please. She went as far as saying she and Pap are now looking into starting a family. And if Remy wants to stay in the circle and still get that invite to the family cookout, she better cool it with the shade and drop the attitude fast. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Claressa might be standing strong right now, but she better keep her eyes open, cause Remy and Pap, they're far from done. This ain't just a regular breakup. This is years of history, love, drama, and pain unraveling in front of everybody. And Claressa might find herself caught right in the middle of a situation that's way more emotional than it looks on the outside. Honestly, it's getting messy out here, and we're all stuck watching it play out like we're in one big group chat we never signed up for. Pap posting screenshots, Remy firing back, it's giving heartbreak and bitterness on full display. Nobody wants to see two people who clearly once loved each other deeply turn into enemies for the timeline. Remy Ma looks mad. Papoose out here doing her exactly how she used to do him, putting her business out there, refusing to leave the house and turning the heat all the way up. It's like a love story turned cold overnight. And it's sad because once upon a time, they really seemed like they were solid. But what do you think about this whole mess? Is there still love between Remy and Pap buried under all that shade? Should Claressa back away now that things are spiraling? Or is she in it for real? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We need to talk about this one. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell for more drama like this straight from StarHush. I'll see you next time, my stars and hushers, and trust me, the next round of tea is already brewing.